Hello guys, repeatedly I'm using some of the words in newborn care. In that words I'm just giving you a brief terminologies about newborn conditions. So in that the commonly used word is small for gestational age. Small for gestation, the word itself is saying the baby's weight is less than 10% of uh, the total body weight, so that is called it as a small for gestational age. And large for gestational age means if the baby's weight is more than 95% 90% of weight at the time of birth, we call it as a large for gestational age. Actually, even baby born with Indian weight to 2.5 to 3.5 kgs, that we call it as a AGA, appropriate for gestational age, whose weight is between 10 to 90%. If less than 10% of weight, we call it as a small for gestational age. More than 90% is called it as a large for LGA, large for gestational age. And between 10% to 90% of the weight, if it is called, that is called it is a appropriate for gestational age. And another words I am using here is full term baby, preterm baby, and post term baby. So when we see here full term baby, so when baby born between 37 to 42 weeks of pregnancy, usually ninth month we use, isn't it, for pregnancy. So when we speak about the full term baby, when babies total duration of pregnancy between 37 to 42 weeks of gestation, that's called it as a full term baby, means baby has developed completely. Or we can use the word 259 days to 294 days. 259 to 294 days, we call them as a full term baby. Whereas preterm baby means after 28 weeks of gestation but before 37 weeks of gestation, baby born, we call it as a, because term we are saying after completion of 37 weeks to 42 weeks. So when we say below 37 weeks, if the baby born, we call it as a preterm. A baby born after 42 weeks of gestation, we call it as a postterm baby. Low birth weight baby means if the baby born weight less than 2.5 kgs, we call them as a low birth weight baby. And in other countries they measure it in pounds. In according to Indian weight, it is measured in kgs. So the baby's average weight is 2.5 to 3.5 kgs. So if baby weight is less than 2.5 kgs, we call it as a low birth weight baby. This is a commonly used terminologies.